So that's good. Without further ado, I keep saying that every time. Every video on YouTube is going to start with me saying, without further ado, let's get back into it. The Last Door, Season 2, Episode 2. Welcome back to the stream, everyone. Back, enjoy. It's going to be a narrative experience. I'm going to do my best to narrate as best as I can. I'm not very good at it, I admit. But I hope you guys will enjoy nonetheless. You can read along on the screen if you want to. So that will make up a bit for my fuck-ups. Thank you very much. Sit back, relax, and enjoy. Doing fantastic, Chewbacca. Thank you very much for asking. How about yourself, man? How about yourself, dude? Previously on The Last Door. Wakefield and Kaufman followed the only clue they had on Dewitt's location. The recipient of Anthony's disturbing letter, Alexander Dupre. Wakefield visited the East Hill Asylum to gather some information about on Dupre's past. Wakefield discovered that Dupre was the leader of a secret society known as the Playwright. He learned that they practiced rituals with the goal of peering through. I'm sorry, they did not pee. They were peering, as in looking. Through the veil, the line that separates the common world from an outer void full of horrors. One of East Hill's patients turned out to be a member of Playwright, but she escaped the asylum. Wakefield and Kaufman followed her to a hideout, a cabin in the mountains, when suddenly a big flock of birds appeared. I must forget nothing. Okay. Everything must be set. When the time comes. And I am visited again. Ooh. Interesting. I'm gonna turn on my headset and let you. Sit back and enjoy this theme. Well, Mars, it wasn't that's not what happened to me. It's just like they didn't have a time until 2 weeks, 3 weeks later than when I started having pains. They didn't have any time to scan me. One time I had to go to the doctor, and I went to the doctor while I was in pain, and she kind of was like, oh, we'll get you to the hospital, and like we need to give you something to stop the pain. All right, here she takes out this needle, this giant like needle, and she tells me to take my pants down just a tiny bit, like with the butt. She wanted to see my butt, chat. She told me she wanted to see my butt. She didn't say that exactly, but she told me she was gonna prick me in the butt, and I was like, oh hell no, you ain't pricking nothing in my butt. I didn't say that because I was like, ow, I'm in pain. Please stick me in the butt with the needle so the pain goes away. And she did. And then she poked me in the butt with the needle, and it was very... I didn't really feel it, honestly. It was like, just right in there, and bam. And then like, a few minutes later... I missed the text! Fuck! I was telling you about my butt experience, and I missed the text. Usually it's click. Usually a click text here. Oh, man. But yeah, she stuck me in the butt with the needle. I didn't feel it, but the pain stopped, so I was like, yeah, more of that. What? Yeah, that's what I said. What? The text disappeared. Lucky, I want to see the ass booty. Stop. Your face as you were explaining all this was... That's what happened. She pricked me in the butt. I was the one the boss man butt experience. Stop talking about my butt. Beat 7 Sound, what's up, dude? Hey, welcome back to the stream. How are you doing? Washi! How's it going, huh? Beat 7 Sound, Washi, how are you doing? Dab, welcome back to the stream. Good to see you guys. ... What just happened in here? Where's Miss Cone? We are too late. Wie lange streamst du heute? I'm not sure. I'm probably gonna stream for an hour, 2 hours. I'm hoping for at least 2 hours, depending on how we're feeling after this episode of the game. We're gonna do one more. We're gonna see what we're gonna do, but at least 2 hours, I hope. Because I'm still kind of beat. Let's see. Let's investigate what's happening here. It's ashes. ... Anais, kann ich dich danach mal was fragen? I don't know what that one means. I don't know what danach. Danach mal was fragen. Ich dich danach mal was fragen. I don't know what that means, Beats. I'm sorry. What else we got here? A chalk circle drawn hastily on the floor. She thought it could prevent what she knew was about to happen, but she was wrong. Oh, you'll ask me later. Oh. Danach mal was fragen. Interesting. He asked if you can ask you something afterwards. Oh, hell yeah. Hell yeah, of course you can. You can ask me now if you want to, B7, but hell yeah, dude. Are you talking about like at the end of the stream? You want to tell me something at the end of the stream? The windows are covered with wooden planks. It looks as if she was trying to keep someone from entering. Or something from getting out. When you finish the stream, gotcha, buddy. Gotcha. I do not know what to make of all this. I do. The nasty cough you got there. Oh, tea! Just in time for tea! Bloody brilliant! Are you alright, Kaufman? It is nothing, my friend. Just a bit of a cold. Now, my friend, I think we should talk. In the light of the events we have recently witnessed, the matter cannot be delayed any further. We must make an important decision. It is not yet too late to go back to our daily lives. If you do not want to continue, you must forget all about your patient, Jeremiah Dewitt. You will have to keep yourself from everything you've learned about the mystery of his disappearance and never talk about it again. Or should you wish to continue this search, you will need to accept the consequences, whatever they may be. Please do not take this decision lightly. The path ahead is not without peril. You know my answer already, Kaufman. I must know what happened to do it. So be it then. As you may already have realized, this matter involving your patient transcends the limits of psychiatry as we know it. We are not dealing with the effects of trauma or the demons of the subconsciousness, at least not in the terms we are used to. We are dealing with something old, something dark, a sinister truth that has been buried deep for generations. This man, Alexandre Dupre, and his organization, I think they seek to uncover these secrets, and I fear they might already have. Miss Cohn's fate, whatever it was, must be related somehow, but my knowledge of this area is simply not sufficient. We must pay a visit to an old friend, someone I never thought I would want to see again. The man who introduced me to the extended scientific field of the occult. My mentor, Professor Adam Wright. Season 2, Episode 2, My Dearest Visitor. Dude, I love this so much. The Wickport. Ah, Wright Manor. Right you are, my dear sir. Like an alien compared to 18-year-olds? What the fuck? Let's go to Wright Manor. Look at the snow. Look at those pixels falling. Knock, knock, knock. I doubt he is away at this time. Perhaps he cannot hear us from the front. Let us try the back. Let's try the back indeed. Oh, hello, Mrs. Oakwood. She's the manor's housekeeper. I thought he was yelling out to her. Yes, who is it? Good morning, Mrs. Oakwood. Don't you remember me? Why, Dr. Kaufman. Bless my soul. It's been so long I hardly recognize you. How nice to see you again. Allow me to introduce my colleague, Dr. John Wakefield. Is the professor at home? We would like to see him. Why, yes, doctor, of course. I'm quite forgetting myself. Let me take you to him. It is really good of you to come. He receives so few visitors these days on account of his condition. His condition? Oh yes, sir. I'm right sorry. I thought you knew. The professor, he suffers from an ailment afflicting his brain. He is now entirely confined to his bed. Professor Wright, you have visitors. One of them is your old friend. Look, don't you recognize him? It's Johann, Professor, your old pupil. I reckon he does remember you, Johann. It's just been a long time since I've seen him so excited. I will leave you to talk to the professor. It may be difficult to keep him on one subject for long, but oh, it does him such a world of good to speak with old friends. Should you need my assistance, I will be in the backyard. Armouse, alright, I'm unmodding. Armouse, who wants mod? Type me in chat if you want mod. I'm not though, sorry. Professor. Uncle James, you are back. It is I, Professor. Johann Kaufmann. Where is father? Where has he been taken? ... Suffers from some kind of memory loss. Yes, I'm afraid he will not tell us much in this state. If we could but stimulate his memories, maybe then he could tell us of his research, something to unravel the mystery of the playwright. Perhaps. We have few other options in any case. Let us try. Why don't you explore the manor? There may be objects we can use to jog the professor's memory. I'm sorry. I love you. Meanwhile, I will try to talk to him about the time we researched together. That could also help him remember. Gotcha. A large wardrobe of engraved wood. We can use it. Now I wonder, what if I had stayed? Professor Wright's gaze remains fixed on the window as though he's waiting for someone. He's waiting for a bird to jump through the window. Remember those times we would almost get no sleep? The snow is falling outside, slow and silent. Oh, that is the best. Slowly falling, newly fallen snow, and just, oh. It is heavenly. It is heavenly, I swear to God. It's one of my favorite things in the world. A painting of the ocean at the end of the afternoon. There is a figure in black on the beach, but its face is shrouded by a hood. Cool. What about that? It's locked. The sign on the door reads attic. Need to find an attic key. Gotcha. Another painting. An oil painting. It shows an obscure medieval scene. That's not what we need right now. Maybe if I touch again. There was one episode in either season 1 or season 2 where we touched a painting and it would fall down and we can actually use that. I think it's actually episode 1 of season 1. Though I see myself in the mirror, the reflection is strangely distorted. Ah, what does that mean? What does that mean? Why is it strangely distorted? Is distorted. A large porcelain tub, its hefty weight supported on 4 blackened iron feet. A thin ring of damp residue around its interior suggests recent use. Is it currently snowing in your place? No. No, it stopped snowing a while ago. A common radiator. Very well. I think the bathroom holds much for us. What is this? A gilded pipe. It runs from the floor to the ceiling. Why does it go to the ceiling? An old stone tower is depicted in the painting. Thorned vines have slithered across the entrance, forming a swarming blockade that almost seems to come alive when stared at for too long. It won't open. Well, then I shan't go there. Go downstairs. Exploring the manor. A picture of him. A portrait of Professor Wright. His appearance was quite different back then. An imposing, inquisitive figure. He's changed. He's changed, Chad. He changed. Like Armas. It's locked. A sea landscape. Oh. A gilded pipe. It runs from the room at the end of the corridor to the room upstairs. That pipe has something to do with something. That pipe is not just a random pipe. The pipe runs from the ground to the corridor. To the ground? So there's a basement. A cast iron wood stove. A bread oven. Is there any bread in there? No bread. I didn't... Various ingredients. The door over here as well. Glass jars filled with spices and pickled food. The door is locked shut. A small sign reads basement. Ah, the basement is here. Okay. Good to know. Does this lead outside?